Thank you. Okay, so who is Web Graphics? Been in the business for 23 years now. It started off in HTML back in the day, and people wanted to edit their websites then. So we moved on to content managed sites like WordPress and Shopify, where the client can go in and make the changes themselves. There's no middleman. I like to go in and speak to the client. It can get lost in translation. So I like to gauge what they're looking for. There's a lot of people who send it off to a developer, and it just gets lost, as I say, get lost in translation. It can get messed up. And some agencies even send it off to other countries, which is not secure. You don't know who's working on the website, especially if it's an e-commerce website. It shouldn't be going off to another country and working on that. We don't just provide the website, we provide training. So we don't just give you the website. We show you how to use it, how to expand on it, because it's your website. They lock you out of their website, some developers, so they can charge you for making changes. We don't. There's a lot of websites out there we've built for clients. They've expanded on it. They're making changes all the time on it. Why choose a web designer over DIY builders? You know, you've got the Wix and Squarespace and stuff like that. It's the first interaction that people see. We create polished, credible and visually appealing websites rather than generic template-based. There's a lot of them, they just got a template, boom, stick a logo on it, done. Custom design tailored to your brand. So if Ray's has done a design for you, you've got to match that. A lot of them just have a different colours, different fonts compared to your logo. They just put a logo on it and, oh, that's our website now. Better user experience. We optimise the layouts. So they call it a funnel to get people into the sales. We do that. We have a walkthrough on the website to see how to get people to contact you, whereas a lot of free builders overlook that. Search engine optimization. WordPress and Shopify are good for this. There's a few other ones, like the free ones. They're not as good for SEO. If Steve Best was here, he'd talk to you about that as well. Performance and speed. We look at the website, see how fast it's working. If it doesn't load quick, people are going to go elsewhere. We make sure that the website loads quick. But as I say, free builders have bloated software on the background, so slow it down. Scalability and growth. It's your website. We build it for you. We show you how to use it. Whereas some of these other ones, if you want to add another 10 pages or another 5 pages, they charge you extra. So with the ones we use, you can just add another page, add another page, add another page. Security and reliability. Every website we put a security plugin on there to make sure that no one can hack into the website. There's a lot of people who just try and get into a website and put crap on there. So it links to their website. So like black hat SEO people do that. They try and get into your website and link it to other people. Ongoing support and maintenance. We provide monthly, quarterly and yearly maintenance for a website. So you've got the peace of mind that the website's safe. We make sure that everything's up to date. There's a lot of people who leave it, and as I say, it can be open to hackers if you leave it and leave old plugins. Old and modern comparison. That's an old website, new modern website. The dated site can portray you as a business who is not keeping up to standards. You're not keeping up to date with other people. Well-designed website can give the perception of a professional business. Users typically decide within 3 seconds of their visit about a website. They'll click off if they can't get to what they're looking for. And yeah, so do you want to lose that potential business? Long-term value, it's an investment, a website, not an expense. Higher conversion, stronger branding and better return of interest. Free website builders can cost more over time because you're charging for extras, any functionalities they're charging extra for. Oh, how did that get in there? Let's see. Bit of Photoshop work. The client was looking to update it because they had quite an old, dated website and it was a bit clunky. So we gave a new property plugin for it so people can search for their properties on there. We've got a filter and everything on there. So the client's very happy with that. They're going in and adding properties and taking off properties now. This was a filmographer website we got through an IT company. She had a website in Squarespace, but she couldn't get used to it. Again, the SEO wasn't working on it. She wasn't getting found. So she's gone now onto WordPress. So we kind of migrated the website onto WordPress. So she's very happy with it. Again, she's going into it all the time and making changes to it. So yeah, a lot better than Squarespace. Estate Fisheries website up north. That was a website that's on Shopify. It's an e-commerce program. It's very easy to use. Once we set up the back end of it and designed for it, it was quite restrictive back in the days, Shopify, but now you can design a lot more on it. It's a lot more updated. So we provide the training on that. So now they're adding tokens, they're all booking, so you can book fishing for that day and that kind of thing. And it was improved the admin so they can keep tabs on bookings and vouchers, so they can see who's coming in and who's the vouchers are kind of expiring. We did that for Carr company, an ex-member. He had an old website that had this kind of cartoon on it, so it wasn't portraying his professionalism. So we've given it a revamp. Oh, okay. 2 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So yeah, so he's adding that one. He's editing that one. He's got a lady who works with him, and she's editing the website quite easily. She's adding pages. So as I say, it's expandable. Trade clothing website. This was just going to be a one-page site, but he wanted to just have a PayPal button, and it didn't look professional. So we added a WooCommerce onto it. So he's now got options to small, medium, large. These are for trades. So you've got a jacket where you can carry all this stuff on it. So he's very happy with that, and he's getting sales for it. So this was an estate agent in Southwest London. That's, again, we updated that one. So it was a bit of an old design, so we gave it a new revamp, and they can change all their properties quite easily. This was a guy, a health retreat coach. His website was quite dated. He wanted to showcase himself more on the website. So we've put a few more images of him and also his retreats. So we're giving it a bit more info on there and easier to book. Criminal law site, he wanted to do bookings. So when you want immediate expert advice, you've got an online booking system, so you can book in a time, and also you pay for it then as well. So he was getting a lot of people, oh yeah, I'll be there on Monday, and not paying. So he wanted to get the payments up front. Hair and beauty websites. We did one of these, the one in the bottom right first, and then we got the other two from that. They saw her website and they said, oh, I'd like something like that. But again, we don't just use one template, we use different designs. So again, we go bespoke instead of using the same template, because it can, yeah, if you just change the logo, change a few colours, it looks a bit samey. I do referrals. Someone's got a dated website and is embarrassed by it. Someone wants to sell them products online but doesn't know where to start. A business that wants to keep their sites up to date themselves but can't, they're locked out of it. Marketing agencies who help with web builds under that, so I do it under their umbrella. So I've got their email address, so the client thinks that I'm part of their business, the marketing agency. And churches and schools that are good for me because they like to keep their website up to date, you know, like events going on and the closures and stuff like that. So thank you for your time. Any questions?